Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether y'all are watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I want to take a quick second and say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to say thank you to anyone who takes the time to subscribe to the channel. And a huge thank you to anyone who just takes the time out of their day or their night or their morning to come in and check out my knife and EDC content. I really appreciate it. If you are so inclined and you hadn't had a chance, if you hit that subscribe button down there and the bell notification icon down there, it really does help me out. So today I was going to give you guys my thoughts after carrying and living with the Vosteed Mink, this new version with some different colorways, nice Nitro-V blade, had to clean it up. It's got fantastic jimping, but this is the Vosteed Mink. It comes with a really nice Kydex sheath where you've got very good retention. It locks in there. You've got positive retention, no rattle. It comes from Vosteed with this nice tech lock that you can mount sideways, or you can mount vertically to carry it the way you typically would. I took one of my deep concealment carry clips and put it on because I like to carry these as pocket droppers, but you got the preference and the flexibility for the number of holes here to use straps, to use a deep carry clip, an ulti clip, or you can just stick with the clip that they ship with it. Which again, if you wear a knife on your belt, this works really well. Gives you a couple of different ways that you can orientate the knife. But this one is in Micarta. So you've got Micarta handles. And one of the things we were going to try to do today is take these scales off. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these scales off because the one side does not have a nut. Nice screws, nice hardware. So again, Micarta scales. I think you can get this with G10. Several different colorways. Let's see what we got under here. Nice captive bolts. Skeletonized handle to keep that weight down. Balance is just about perfect. It's centered perfectly. It's just wanting to fall to the left or the right. Look at that knife balance on my finger. Balance is right in the choil. So not that anybody would want to, but if you wanted to strip it down and wrap it with paracord, which I would never do, you could do that. Let's see here. So we've got captive facing back. Nice Micarta scales. They look like they're quality. Guys, this knife on Vosteed's site, I want to say lists for $62 even. For Nitro-V, and we'll see what size knife this is. I've really enjoyed it. Vosteed did send me this out to review. If you guys have followed the channel for any amount of time, I brought one of the original prototypes before this knife even had a sheath back from Blade Show 2022. Really fell in love with the design and talked to you who designed it at Blade Show, and he was trying to figure out what type of sheath to offer with it. And I was telling him to, which I think he would have done anyway, keep your costs down, go Kydex. I was surprised they went with such a substantial fastening system or clip system, but that seems to be pretty ordinary with Kaiser, Vosteed, Civivi. I can't remember the last time I got a Civivi fixed blade, so maybe I ought to back off of that comment. Civivi may use something else. But I love seeing this knife in Nitro-V. I want to say the first variations that I had, I was given that one, and then I picked up a Warncliffe when they came out, Sheepsfoot. This blade, this Mink is also available in a Sheepsfoot blade. So you can get it in a drop point or a Sheepsfoot, so you got two blade styles. You've got a very light, thin, flat ground and stonewashed knife that, for me, it fits my hand wonderfully. You've got a lanyard hole if you want to put a lanyard on it, and then you've got jimping in two distinct places. So depending on where you're trying to get your traction, the jimping is very catchy. It's very sharp. Not sharp, cut you sharp, but sharp, catch your finger when it's up there. You've also got a pretty nice sharpening choil here, cut in. You got your plunge grind there. Nice spine. It's pretty sharp. I don't know if it's ferro rod sharp. Let's see. I've got a feeling it might be, because it's a Stonewash, we might not have any luck with our ferro rod. Not that that's a negative, because it's not. It's just what it is. But let's see. Nope. Ferro rod will strike on it. So that spine is sharp enough to get you a good strike if you're going to use it for that. So camping, hiking, I've been using it as an EDC knife as a kind of enhancement to my regular carry. I've been carrying it in my back pocket with this deep concealment clip. Carries to about right here. I have that much of it coming out of my pants. I've been cutting cardboard with it. I've been cutting some paracord with it. Not cutting tests, just through my normal use, right? I've been opening packages with it. And the blade geometry, guys, in my opinion, again, heat treat, blade material, of course, is important. But blade geometry is money with this knife. So that's an Amazon box. Let's see how well it cuts paper after that. Because it's broken down several boxes before recycling day, which was today. Just therapeutically slicey. Now what I have not done is I have not sharpened this knife yet. I haven't had to. I will sharpen it at some point. But as you can see right now, it's still, I can strop it back to razor sharp, I'm sure. I'm hitting that little choil. I'm trying to go from heel to tip. Yeah, there's very slicey, very sharp, and very pokey. You've got a kind of a splinter digger there. Maybe not as much of a splinter digger as some of the pokier knives, but if you needed to get in there, you definitely could. I love it, guys. I'm a big fan of the Axial Knives Alpines. And I'm a big fan, and always have been, of the Boker AK1 series. And this knife kind of fits that sweet spot of the carry size that I like. So let's compare it to a couple of, well, let's look at a couple of folders first. Benchmade bug out. Most people have held a bug out, to which this guy is going to be about 1/8 of an inch smaller than, which means there's no need to get our PM2 out. But if you don't have a bug out, that's it with a PM2. Now, let's put some fixed blades against it, and then we'll measure her up. Bradford Guardian 3. A new knife I just got in that so far I'm really digging. The MKM Mirror 2. It's right around the same size as the Mirror 2. This is going to be a great knife. I can't wait to review this for you guys. Alright, let's look at it next to that Boker AK1. A little bit longer than the AK1. Let's look at it next to the Axial Alpine. Just a little bit longer than the Alpine. But all of them have similar, nice, comfortable handle patterns. Really nice knife. I've always been a fan of the Mink. I think it's probably, if I go out there and I look at EDC fixed blades from the big three, right? The big four maybe. I think the Mink is probably my favorite knife in a fixed blade because it is the perfect size for me. And again, it could be smaller and I would like it because you guys know I like small knives and I cannot lie. But this is a 7-inch knife, which is perfect. It has a 3 1/4-inch blade with a 3 1/8. Yeah, 3 1/8 inch cutting area. And then I'm going to measure from right here to right here. You've got 3 3/4. So from right here to right here, you've got 3 3/4. My hand's 3 1/2 inches across. So very comfortable knife. And you saw the skeletonization behind that full tang when we took the scales off. It's a very light knife. It feels like a solid tool, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't feel heavy. 2.9 ounces. 4.6 carry weight. So guys, that is for a 3 1/4 inch, or yeah, 3 1/4 inch blade. No, 3 1/2. Yeah, 3 1/4 inch blade. To be under 3 ounces, it is just a absolute beauty of a little knife. The Micarta's very high quality. I like the checkered pattern. It's not aggressive, but yet it gives you grip. I love the jimping. I love the thinness of this blade stock, which is attributes to its sliciness. 0.1180. .0195. 0.0230. And we're probably going to come in under a 1/2 inch here. 0.4590, right around a 1/2 inch. And the height while we're here, 0.85. So guys, that is the Vosteed Mink. A great little fixed blade. A little bit more expensive than some of the cheap beaters that I bring in from Walmart that cut, that work well. But this is a quality blade material. It's a quality design. I think it's done exceptionally well. The fit and finish is immaculate. I was wondering if these screws were going to free rotate like the Swiss Tech did, but they were smart enough to do captive bolt side, or yeah, bolt side, whatever you call it, this receptacle side. T8 hardware, Nitro-V blade steel that's stonewashed. I think this is a great knife. For $62, I'm a believer in Vosteed. I've had great experience with Vosteed, and this is a good knife, in my opinion, guys, for a fixing. But I'll leave a link in the description. All I ask, if you guys are interested and you've got a second, hit that thumbs up button. If I said something that pissed you off, hit the thumbs down. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for one another. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love y'all. Peace.